Welcome back to Coin Tool. Today, we're diving into one of the hottest topics in coin collecting, valuable Lincoln pennies that could be worth way more than just a single cent. You might be surprised to learn that some of these coins, minted decades ago, are now worth thousands of dollars. So let's take a closer look at the top 5 most valuable Lincoln pennies and their current market values. Let's jump right into one of the most exciting and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1925 Lincoln wheat penny. Some versions of this coin have sold for nearly $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly humble penny could be worth a small fortune. So if you have a 1925 penny lying around, stay tuned because we're going to cover everything you need to know about why this coin is so valuable, what to look for, and how to determine its current worth in the market. Ready? Let's go treasure hunting. The 1925 Lincoln wheat penny was produced during a fascinating era in U.S. history. With Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse side and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, this design became an American icon. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure, and it was minted with a high copper content, making it quite durable. Now, if you have a 1925 penny, you'll notice it might have a small letter under the date. This is the mint mark, indicating where it was produced. In 1925, there were 3 minting locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Here's a quick breakdown of the mint marks you'll see on these coins and why they matter. Philadelphia. No mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint didn't add mint marks on Lincoln pennies during this period. Philadelphia produced the majority of 1925 pennies, making these versions more common. Denver produced fewer 1925 pennies, so those with a D mint mark are slightly rarer. San Francisco, S mint mark, and the S mint mark is from San Francisco, where even fewer were minted. These coins are the rarest of the 3, and certain versions have sold for hundreds of thousands, or even millions. On-screen text. Quick fact: look for the S mint mark for rare value. Show charts and graphs illustrating different factors affecting value. Now, let's dig into why a penny that originally only cost 1 cent could now be worth millions. The value of the 1925 Lincoln penny depends on 3 key factors: condition, rarity, and collector demand. Grading is everything in coin collecting. A coin in good condition might be worth a few dollars, but if you have one in mint state or higher condition, you're looking at a huge value increase. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC evaluate coins on a scale of 1 to 70, with higher numbers meaning better condition. A 1925 penny in top condition, like MS65 or higher, is incredibly rare and could sell for high 6 figures to over $1 million. Rarity is, of course, another big factor. The San Francisco Mint produced the fewest 1925 pennies, especially in pristine condition. Certain versions of this penny with unique mint errors, like double die obverse or off-center strikes, are especially valuable. Finally, demand. The Lincoln wheat penny series is one of the most popular coin collections, so any rare variation gets snapped up quickly. Collectors and investors are constantly looking for these gems, which drives up the price. Now that we know why some of these pennies are so valuable, let's talk about how to tell if your penny might be worth big money. Here's what to look for. Mint mark. The first thing you want to check is the mint mark. If it has an S mint mark, that's a great start. San Francisco pennies are the rarest and most valuable, especially in high-grade condition. Look for details in Lincoln's beard, cheekbone, and the wheat stalks on the reverse side. If these details are crisp, your coin is likely a higher grade. Coins with minimal wear and good luster are more valuable. Also, look for possible errors. Some 1925 pennies have been found with doubling or misprints, which collectors love and will pay extra for. On-screen text. Pro tip: Get your coin graded by a professional service. So let's talk about the big money. In recent years, certain versions of the 1925 penny have fetched astronomical prices. The highest recorded sale was over $1.9 million. This particular coin was graded as MS67+, one of the best-known conditions, with stunning details and a sharp strike. It was likely kept out of circulation, preserving its perfect state for decades. Why so much? Well, aside from the top condition, this was a coin with huge historical value and immense collector demand. The high-grade mint state, the rare San Francisco mint, and the high demand combined to make this a once-in-a-lifetime sale. On-screen text. Fun fact: auction houses compete fiercely to sell rare Lincoln pennies. So what's the current market value of a 1925 penny? Well, it depends on the specifics. Here's a quick rundown of the estimated prices as of this year. As you can see, if you have a high-grade 1925 penny, it could be worth a fortune. And even if it's not in mint condition, these pennies are still valuable to collectors. If you believe you have a valuable 1925 penny, you may want to consider selling or auctioning it. First, get it appraised by a trusted coin dealer, and then have it graded by a top coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Finally, explore selling it through an auction house or a reputable online platform. So there you have it, the amazing potential behind the 1925 Lincoln penny. It's incredible to think that something as small as a penny could hold such tremendous value. Whether you're a collector or just curious, this is one coin you'll want to look out for. Who knows, maybe you're holding on to a small fortune without even knowing it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips and stories. And let us know in the comments, do you have any rare pennies in your collection? We're diving deep into one of the most surprising coins in American history, the 1971 Lincoln Cent with a valuable mint mark error, a coin worth, wait for it, $1.8 million. So what makes this simple penny so valuable? Why are collectors willing to pay fortunes for it? And is it possible that you might own one? Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating story behind this sought-after coin. First, a little history. The Lincoln Cent has been around since 1909, designed to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Until then, only Lady Liberty or symbolic figures adorned American coins. Over the decades, the Lincoln Cent has had several modifications, both in terms of design and metal composition. But one year that stands out in particular is 1971, thanks to a unique mint error that would later send collectors on a nationwide hunt for a coin that most thought was just spare change. Mints across the U.S. produce these pennies, and they mark each coin to indicate where it was made, either Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, marked D, or San Francisco, marked S. While 1971 pennies aren't generally rare, errors can make some incredibly valuable. That's because mistakes are almost always limited, making them highly collectible. But the 1971 penny in question is even more unique. A few examples of these pennies were accidentally minted with errors or variations in their design, either in doubling or in the mint mark itself. Such a rare error turned this otherwise common coin into a prized collector's item worth millions. So, what specific feature makes the 1971 Lincoln Cent with a mint mark error so valuable? The main thing collectors are looking for is something called doubling. Doubling happens when a coin is struck twice or in slightly off positions. The result? Key features on the coin, like the date or letters, appear doubled or slightly offset, which is known as a double die. These double dies can occur in other years too, but the 1971 version is rare and exceptionally well preserved, making it extraordinarily valuable. Not only is this doubling unique, but on this coin, it's noticeable to the naked eye. It can appear on letters like Liberty or even on Lincoln's profile. But what makes this coin truly one of a kind is the doubling on the mint mark itself, which is practically unheard of in the minting process. This kind of error increases its desirability and, therefore, its market price. The discovery of this 1971 double-die penny was a sensation in the numismatic world. Collectors went into a frenzy, combing through their coins, hoping to strike it rich. And indeed, a few lucky collectors managed to find one of these rare coins. In recent years, one of these prized pennies went to auction, where it sold for a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. Today, it's estimated that even in lower-grade conditions, these coins are worth thousands. But in near-mint condition, with all the doubling visible and intact, that's when these pennies skyrocket in value, going well over $1 million. In short, this little penny can compete with some of the world's most expensive coins. Wondering if you have one of these 1971 million dollar pennies? Here's a quick guide on what to look for. Check the date. The date should read 1971. Make sure it's not from another year, as that would change everything. Inspect the mint mark. Look at the mint mark under magnification. If it's a D or S with noticeable doubling, that's a strong indication that you could have something special. Look for doubling. Examine key areas on the front of the penny, such as the word Liberty and the date. Doubling should appear as a shadow or offset of each letter or number. Examine condition. The value of a coin also depends on its condition, called its grade. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins with minimal wear are worth significantly more. You may be wondering if it's realistic to find one of these coins in your pocket change. While the odds are slim, they aren't impossible. Collectors have discovered rare coins in circulation even decades after they were minted. Even if you don't find the 1971 double die, plenty of other rare coins exist that are worth thousands. So keep an eye on your change. It could turn out to be worth a small fortune. Alright, so you think you have a rare 1971 penny. What's next? Before selling, you'll want to get it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC). Once authenticated, you can explore your selling options like high-profile auction houses or trusted online marketplaces. Keep in mind that auction houses typically take a commission, but they also attract serious buyers who understand the value of rare coins. So, whether you're a passionate coin collector or someone who casually checks pocket change, keep a lookout for those rare finds. Who knows, a simple penny could make you a millionaire. Remember, valuable coins aren't limited to just the 1971 Lincoln cent. Many other coins have errors or unique features that make them highly sought after. We're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in the world, the 1992 Lincoln cent with a close AM mint mark. This coin has sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community and recently sold for a staggering $1.70 million. That's right, a single penny with the potential to turn you into a millionaire. So, if you've got some old pennies lying around, you'll want to stick around because you might just be sitting on a fortune. Let's start with a little background. The 1992 Lincoln cent was produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and in most ways, it's a standard, everyday penny. The coin features Abraham Lincoln on the front, with the words, "In God We Trust." Above, Liberty, to the left, and the mint year, 1992, on the right. But on the back is where things get interesting, specifically, in the word, America. So what's special about this one penny? The answer lies in a tiny detail, the spacing between the letters A and M in America. The typical 1992 Lincoln penny has what we call a wide AM, a distinct space between the A and the M in America. But in a small number of these pennies, the letters A and M are very close together, almost touching. This is known as the close AM variety. And it's rare, really rare. But how did this happen? Well, it was actually a minting error. For 1993, the US Mint prepared a new reverse die with a close AM design. Somehow, though, a few of these new dies got mixed up and were mistakenly used in 1992, resulting in these extremely rare 1992 close AM pennies. And here's where it gets even more amazing. Fewer than 20 of these close AM pennies have ever been found. That's what makes it such a holy grail for collectors. Every penny with the close AM variety discovered could be worth thousands, if not millions. Okay, so how do you know if you've got one of these valuable 1992 close AM pennies? Here are 3 quick steps to check. Look at the year. First, make sure it's from 1992. The close AM error only occurred in pennies from this year, both from Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. Check the mint mark. The close AM is incredibly rare for both mints, but a 1992 penny with a D mint mark is the one that could be worth up to $1.7 million. So, if you spot a D under the date, you may have struck gold. Examine the AM in America. This is the crucial part. Look carefully at the letters A and M in America on the reverse side. If they're nearly touching or have a very tight space, you might be looking at a close AM. Make sure to use a magnifying glass or even a jeweler's loupe to see it clearly. The spacing is very subtle. Let's talk money. Over the years, 1992 close AM pennies have skyrocketed in value. A few years back, one of these pennies sold at auction for over $25,000. Since then, demand has only grown, and most recently, one of these coins went for a mind-boggling $1.70 million. Think about that for a moment, turning a penny into $1 million. That's the kind of profit we rarely see, even with precious metals or stocks. And experts predict that if more close AM pennies turn up, they could fetch even higher prices. That's why collectors and investors are on the hunt, searching rolls of pennies and old jars for this rare find. This recent sale is also a sign of the growing value of rare coins as collectibles and investments. Coins like this have historical value and are becoming scarce, especially as more collectors and investors get involved. Coin collecting used to be a quiet hobby, but today, it's a serious market where people can make big money. If you're new to coin collecting, now is a great time to get involved. There are tons of resources out there, like online marketplaces, auctions, and collector groups, where you can get started, and who knows, maybe your next big find will be sitting in your pocket. Change.so. What if you think you have a 1992 close AM penny? First, you'll want to confirm its authenticity with a reputable coin dealer or grading service. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can help authenticate and appraise your penny. Once confirmed, you have a few options. You can auction it, list it on a rare coin marketplace, or even approach specialized collectors. Just be cautious and go through reputable channels to get the best value for your coin. While you're hunting for that 1992 close AM, keep an eye out for other valuable pennies too. Pennies like the 1943 copper penny and the 1955 double die obverse are also incredibly valuable. These coins are just as exciting to collect and could fetch thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction.so. There you have it. The story of the 1992 close AM penny that could be worth $1.7 million. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, these rare finds prove that treasure can be hiding in the most ordinary places. Imagine finding $1 million penny in your spare change. We're diving into the fascinating story of a coin that might just change your luck. You heard that right. One tiny 1994 D Lincoln penny could be worth over $1.6 million. In today's video, we're going to explore why this penny has such a high value, what you should look for, and whether you might have a fortune sitting in your pocket change right now. So let's get into it. Before we jump into why this coin is worth so much, let's take a quick history lesson on the 1994 D Lincoln penny. Now, the D stands for the Denver Mint, where this coin was produced. In 1994, billions of pennies were minted, but only a handful of these pennies have proven to be extremely valuable. Over 7.1 billion Lincoln pennies were made at the Denver Mint that year. So, with such high numbers, you might be wondering, how is it possible that a 1994 D penny could be worth a small fortune? Well, it all comes down to some unique characteristics that separate this one from the rest. The rare features that drive the value up there are two main things that make some 1994 D Lincoln pennies special. First, there are coins that show incredible mint errors, and second, coins in flawless condition, often referred to as mint state or MS, can be valued much higher than regular pennies. One of the types of mint errors collectors are particularly interested in is doubling. This can happen during the minting process if the coin receives multiple impressions or slight misalignments, creating a doubling effect on the text or design. On the 1994 D Lincoln penny, errors like doubling on the date, the D mint mark, or the phrases "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" can dramatically increase its value. Grading and condition. The key to higher value. Another factor that plays a big role in determining the coin's value is its condition. Coin graders, like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), use a scale from 1 to 70. Coins in mint state, especially in the higher MS grades, like MS65, MS66, and MS67, can reach extraordinary values. So if you have a 1994 D Lincoln penny that's in almost perfect condition, there's a chance it could be worth serious money. And here's the thing, just because a coin looks good to the naked eye, it doesn't mean it will score high on the grading scale. Professional grading is crucial if you think you might have a rare find. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. What's up with the $1.6 million price tag? Well, in 2019, a rare 1994 D penny in near-perfect condition sold for a massive amount due to its flawless state and pristine details. This coin was graded at the higher end of the scale, which is incredibly rare. Top-graded coins, especially from years with high mintage like 1994, become highly collectible because they're rare despite the original quantity produced. This particular 1994 D penny showed no signs of wear, with crisp, detailed engravings and a shiny finish that looked almost like it was minted yesterday. When a coin like this surfaces, it becomes a major highlight at auctions and can command prices that will make your jaw drop. Alright, so let's talk about how you can spot one of these potentially valuable coins. Here's what to look for. Check for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to examine the date, mint mark, and inscriptions for any doubling effects. If your penny looks nearly perfect with no scratches or discoloration, you could be in luck. Getting it professionally graded is essential to determine its true value. Mint mark and details. Inspect the D mint mark on the coin for clarity. Smudged or misaligned marks are often indicators of mint errors that can increase value. The current market for rare Lincoln pennies. So what's the current market value for 1994 D Lincoln pennies? Well, pennies in lower grades usually sell for a few cents to a few dollars, but if you have one in mint state MS67 or higher, you could potentially be looking at thousands of dollars. And as we saw, the rarest examples can even reach over $1 million at auction. For the latest prices, check sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or PCGS. Prices can fluctuate based on market demand, so keep an eye on trends if you're considering selling. Now, before you go digging through all your old pennies, remember these key points. Most 1994 D pennies won't be worth millions, but a few gems out there truly are. The key is to know what to look for and get your coin professionally graded if you think you have something special. And hey, If you find one of these high-value pennies, don't hesitate to get it appraised by a trusted expert or grading service. We're exploring a coin that many of you might have in your pocket change, a humble 2003 Lincoln penny, but with a twist, the 2003 D Mint Mark Lincoln cent. You might be wondering, isn't that just a regular penny? Well, maybe, or maybe not. Certain era pennies from 2003 have recently skyrocketed in value, with one of the rarest examples allegedly reaching a whopping $1.4 million. That's right. A single penny could be worth more than a luxury home. So, what makes this particular coin so valuable? Could your old 2003 D penny be one of these rare, valuable errors? Let's dive into the details. First, let's get a bit of background on the 2003 D Lincoln penny. The D in the mint mark refers to Denver, Colorado, where the U.S. Mint has a major production facility. The Denver Mint is known for producing billions of coins each year, including our Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent, of course, has been around since 1909 and is one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coin history. By 2003, the Mint was producing millions of these coins to keep up with demand. But every now and then, some rare mint errors make it past quality control, and these errors are what create extremely valuable collector's coins. In particular, the 2003 D Lincoln penny has generated quite a buzz because a few rare varieties with unique errors have emerged. These error coins are the ones collectors dream about, and we're going to break down the characteristics you'll want to look for. So, what kind of errors could make a 2003 D penny worth a small fortune? Let's go through some of the most valuable types. Double die errors. Double die errors occur when the die used to strike the coin has an imperfection that causes doubling in certain areas. If you find a 2003 D penny with noticeable doubling on Lincoln's face, the date, or any of the text, this could be worth a serious amount of money. Collectors are always on the lookout for these. Off-center strike. Off-center strikes happen when a coin is misaligned during the minting process, resulting in part of the design being cut off. The more off-center the coin, the rarer and more valuable it becomes. A 2003 D penny with an off-center strike could bring in hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars depending on the condition and how extreme the misalignment is. Broad strike error. Another rare error is the broad strike, where the coin is struck without the collar that holds it in place, causing it to expand wider than normal. If you see a 2003 D penny that looks wider or spread out, it could be a broad strike, an error that collectors pay big bucks for. Die cracks and cuts. Sometimes, the dies used to stamp coins develop small cracks over time. When this happens, it leaves raised lines or lumps on the coin, known as die cracks or cuts. If you see any unusual raised lines or lumps on your 2003 D penny, these could be signs of valuable die errors. Now, let's get into the heart of the matter. Why would any 2003 D penny be valued at an astronomical $1.4 million? For that to happen, we'd likely need a combination of factors. Exceptional condition. To reach such a high price, the penny would likely need to be in mint state, meaning it has never been circulated and shows no signs of wear. Coins graded at MS67 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC are much more valuable because they're in such pristine condition. Extreme rarity of the error. The $1.4 million value could also reflect a one-of-a-kind error that no one else has found. For instance, an extreme double die error or an incredibly rare off-center strike with pristine condition could make this penny a collector's dream. Bidding wars and collector interest. Sometimes, the final value of a coin depends on collector interest and auction dynamics. If a rare 2003 D penny went to auction, and two or more high-profile collectors were eager to outbid each other, it could drive the price up to seven figures. There's a precedent for this too. Many rare pennies, especially Lincoln cents, have fetched high prices at auctions because of unique mint errors and high grades. Now, if you're itching to check your own coins, here's what you need to do. First, Gather any 2003 pennies you have lying around and start examining them under good lighting, or, better yet, a magnifying glass. Look for doubling. Check Lincoln's face, the date, and any other lettering. Doubling is usually easiest to spot on the date. Inspect for off-center strikes. This one's obvious. A part of the design will be missing if it's off-center. Look for die cracks or cuds, which will look like raised lines or lumps on the coin surface. Evaluate condition. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A well-preserved coin with no scratches, dents, or wear is always more valuable. Remember, even if your coin isn't worth $1.4 million, you might still have a penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if it has one of these rare errors. As of the latest market data, the average 2003 penny without errors is only worth face value, just a single cent. However, a 2003 penny with a significant error, like doubling or an off-center strike, can range from $100 to several $1,000s, depending on the error and condition. Experts recommend getting your coins professionally graded if you think they have a valuable error. Certification by companies like PSGS or NGC can make all the difference, as they verify the condition and authenticity, which adds to its value. So, there you have it, the fascinating story of the 2003 Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth way more than a penny. If you've got one lying around, now's the time to check for those rare errors. Who knows? You might just be holding a small fortune. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting insights, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. And let us know in the comments, do you have a 2003 penny? Have you ever found a valuable error coin in your change? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.